Hi everyone, it's Rachel again. I got such a big response with questions regarding my program and my time in Prague, and I just decided to make a video to go ahead and answer some of those questions. One of the biggest questions I got actually was, what do I do in my free time? Because they're like, you can't just have school, you must do something else. And that is true. I mean, most of my time is spent studying, but I have been able to go out with my friends and essentially just experience some of Prague's major sites. Like, we've gone to the Charles Bridge a few times. I've gone to the Lenin Wall. We're actually planning on going back because the first time we went, none of us thought, well, I guess that's not technically true. I thought about bringing a Sharpie, but the only bad thing is that the Sharpie was dried out because I had used it the previous semester at school, and I guess it just dried out because of the intense heat that was coming here, and then it was rainy, so I guess it just kind of freaked out and it just didn't work. And none of us thought about buying spray paint, so we're gonna buy spray paint and go back. That's a plan in the works, but the thing is this week is finals for all of us, so yeah, I'm really hoping we do well, but you know, we're gonna be spending a lot of time studying, so hopefully we'll be able to go back, but if not, at least we went to the London Wall. I personally am planning on going to the Petrin Tower, which is a tower in Prague that is the same height as the Eiffel Tower. So I definitely want to go to do that. That's what I'm planning on, because some of my friends who are in the later class than I am were able to go, but I was not because of my class. So I'm hoping to be able to do that sometime before finals. Some of my friends also went to the Praha, which is Prague, but that's what they call it, Praha, to the Praha Zoo. It is a renowned zoo, and there's tons of animals there. There's giraffes, there's bears, you know, everything you would hope would be in a zoo. So I wanted to do that, but I want to get an A in this class more than I want to go to the zoo. So that's on the priority list, but that is an option as well. There's also a SeaWorld. I don't know if it's an actual branch of the SeaWorld, but I do know that there's a giant aquarium that holds so many fish and stingrays and even a few seals, so that's an option as well. I would have liked to have gone, but you know, there was just so much that needed to be done, essentially. But another question that led into that was, does your program let you go to any other countries? Like, do you have any free time to explore Europe? And the answer is yes. My school and host school gave us all a week off, essentially, to go and explore Europe, essentially, you know, do whatever it is that we wanted to do. If we wanted to stay in Prague, then we could have done that. If we wanted to go to different countries, we could have. I went with one of my friends and roommates to go to Germany, and we essentially just explored some of the major cities in the southwest of Germany, which was Stuttgart, Ulm, and what is the word I'm looking for? Munich. I'm sorry. I just got home and I'm kind of sleepy. But it was so much fun. While in Ulm, which is the birthplace of Einstein, in case you didn't know, you know, learn something new every day. I also got to climb the tallest church tower in the world. It's an Anglican church called Munster, and that is a monster, but with a U, so Munster. It is awesome. I would totally suggest everyone do it. The good thing is that walking in Prague, because I have walked more than I've taken the tram, it totally trains me for going up there. But be aware, your legs will shake. It is a lot of climbing. I did it on a day that the weather was kind of perfect. You know, it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cool. That was luck. But, you know, if you suffer from asthma, I would say take an inhaler or, you know, a buddy, just in case, because it's definitely something worth doing. I didn't take a buddy because, you know, my buddy didn't want to go. She's like, I'm done. It's like, I'm done. I'm not walking anymore. So She didn't walk with me. I went by myself. What was it? Oh, and another question was, what has been my favorite experience here through this program? And that is a tough question. I would say it has probably been getting to know my classmates. I've been able to meet so many different people and just make friends with all of them, people that I never would have met otherwise. I mean, because we all go to the same school and everything, Texas Tech, but, you know, we're in different schools there. Like, some are from the arts and sciences, some are from business, so, you know, and the schools are really big themselves, so there's not really much chance for all of us to meet. But through this, you know, we've become really good friends, and I'm pretty sure I've met some people that I'm going to be lifelong friends with. But if that doesn't happen to you, I don't want you to get discouraged by that. Because it is true, like, with life, you are going to meet people that you're not going to get along with, and the same goes for here. You might even room with someone that you don't get along with, but hopefully that won't be the case. But if it is, I would say just focus on you. Because you're here to learn, you're here to have fun, so, you know, go explore the city yourself. Just walk around. You don't even have to go out that far. You just walk around your neighborhood, because I've become friends with an Asian woman from China, and she gave me a free pair of chopsticks that she carves and designs herself. And I even bought a pair for my boyfriend. So, you know, it's just your experience is what you make out of it. So if for some reason, or sadly, you do not become really best buds with the people that you room with, or the people on your program with you, you can still have a lot of fun, because the experience is really worth it. Another question I got actually has to do with being away from my family and friends been really tough. And I would say yes, I would feel this intense need and want to go home about a week and a half in, because my brother and I are really close. My boyfriend and I, you know, we are also really close, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be dating him. And my family, you know, it really hit me, like, once, you know, I had fun, and we got to know some friends, and school had started. You know, I was hit with this really deep want and miss. I really did miss them. I still miss them, truth be told, even now. But, you know, it was hard, but I got through it. I was lucky to be able to find ways to talk to them, which definitely helped. And, you know, you also have your friends and people here. I mean, they're going through the same thing too, so they do understand and they sympathize. So, you know, that definitely helped me too. But the biggest thing is be sure to communicate somehow. I mean, attempting to communicate has been the biggest thing that has helped me get through some of the hard times and being far away. And I really can't even begin to explain how much it has meant to me that my mom and my dad, my stepdad, and my boyfriend have made in an attempt to contact me. And also I've been lucky because my friends miss me, so they've been asking about me and sending me messages and saying, I understand you're busy, just respond when you can, I missed you, and, you know, stuff like that. So sending a message like that definitely really helps. Another question that I got asked has been, how much money have I spent here? I will be honest and say I have spent under what I had budgeted, because I'm one of those people that likes to have a plan with everything they do. So I budgeted that I would spend about $2,020, and so far I've only spent about $1,800, because some of my friends and I, we've had to buy souvenirs, we've had to we had to pay for ourselves to go on these excursions and go out to eat, just different things, here and there. So it is kind of expensive, so I would say save your money as much as you can if you want to go. But overall, it hasn't been that much. I mean, because I know a lot of programs, they differ in price and everything. But for me, that's it. And I don't really think I'm going to be spending that much more money. So, yeah. But I will say this, though. It did cost me $1,500 to be able to fly here, and it's going to cost me about that much to fly back. So, again, you can get some scholarships through your school. Me, I'm not taking out loans, and I did get a few scholarships, so that was lucky for me. But so my tuition was a little less. But there is a way possible in order to pay, but that's just my individual numbers may different, because for me, I really wanted to experience some of the better quality of restaurants and sites, and I also didn't want to get lost, so I have paid for a tour guide, around certain places, so that's kind of why mine is in the $1,800 range, because I definitely feel like I've experienced Prague and everything I was supposed to. And also, my school was lucky enough to be able to go to Auschwitz and Poland and Krakow. More specifically, Krakow, sorry. It's in Poland, it's the capital of Poland. So, there was that, and of course the price range differed there, because originally I spent a little bit more than I wanted to, but it was well worth it, I would say. Another question there have been, on a serious note, some really rude comments that I got on YouTube, and I deleted them because I mentioned in my last video that one of the classes that was here was drug addiction class, and some people, I don't know how, but they found out that it did involve a few drug addicts, and they, I guess, were maybe trying to warn me against taking drugs, because some drugs are legal here in the Czech Republic and in Europe, but I deleted them because it is incredibly rude and insulting, because some of them are my friends, and for those that aren't, they still don't deserve to be criticized like that. They made a mistake, they're in recovery, so keep your comments like that to yourself, and if you do feel the need to put comments like that here, because I'm not going to take that possibility away from people, because some of them didn't make comments or send me messages that were rather nice, but for those that are negative, you will be deleted, so just don't do it. Another leading from that, for those of you who left really nice comments and sent me really nice messages, thank you for those. I really greatly appreciate it, and I really am glad that we got to talk. Another thing is what my program is. What's the name of my course and what does it specialize in? That is kind of a hard question, because funny enough, my class has actually changed their name 4 times since we've got here, and nobody is entirely sure now what it's called. Right now, the name is Managing Challenging Personalities. So that's what it was, or is now, but it was managing conflicts and negotiations, then it was special topics and HR, then it was managing conflicts and negotiations, special topics in HR, and now it's managing challenging personalities. So yeah. That probably doesn't help you, but that's what the name is to answer your question. And I bet you're really regretting asking it now, but that's the truth. Another question that I got was, of course, what is it about? Well, in truth, this course is going for 2 of my degrees. I'm actually double majoring, not dual majoring, double majoring. They don't really have anything to do with each other, but I think they do, so I'm making it so. But this one is, one of my concentrations is management in HR. So this class is going to go into that, but it also goes into my concentration in management information systems, which is business analysis. Because, you know, part of analyzing businesses has to do with employees, so it fits into that, which is very lucky for me. Alright, well, there's a limit on YouTube, so I have to stop. Bye!